Yeah, welcome everybody to this program. This program in particular is called Our Farm, and we bring to you the matters to do with especially agronomy here in Teso sub-region. And for now, we are bringing to you the best way to grow onions during dry season, or in most cases, those people who do agriculture, they call it off-season farming. Agronomy earns a lot of money during off-season farming, especially between the month of November, December, January, February, March, and even April, because we very well know that by May, here in Teso in particular, the rains will be returning and people will be preparing their gardens for the first season of cultivation. I have decided to venture in onions, and for those who are interested in learning how to grow onions during a season of December, January, February, March onions. March and April. Apparently, as we speak, this is my onions, and this is I have about 10 nursery beds, of which each nursery bed has about 1 kilogram of onion seeds invested in it. And just when you look at, there are 4 key factors that you have to consider when you are focusing on onion farming, especially here in Teso. Number 1 is the timing. The timing so that you capture the market. Most farmers cultivate and they do not time. So at what time do you expect to grow, to start putting your seeds in the nursery? At what time do you harvest? When you harvest, will there be the demand? Do you have the competition? Are you producing quality to suit the competitive market? And that's why timing is very important. And then the other second thing is a variety. The variety of onions. Of course, we know basically here in Teso, most people like cultivating Bombay and Red Creole. But for my case here, I have the Red Creole. And the Red Creole is the one that actually produces the medium valves. And when you look at the medium valves, not too big, not again too small, because those farmers, the business people who are retailers, they normally enjoy the medium sizes, especially here where small markets are dominated by the small scale medium, the small medium enterprises. And of course, Red Creole is also resistant, and it actually gives you a good yield considering the soils. And then, of course, the other third factor you have to consider is the site. Where do you put your seeds? Where do you invest? Where are you going to cultivate? You should be able to check on the soil pH, the water retention capacity, because in most cases, for us here, the soil intends to get too hot and dry during the dry season. So you should make sure that the soil is very fertile where you're going to cultivate your onions, but also you have sufficient water for watering, and you will be able to, trust me, get a very good results from your investment, especially a Greek investment, and that's what we are talking about. Then of course the last one is the management. That is the fourth factor, the management that you put in your farm, in your orchard, in your garden. When you plant the seeds, how should you be able to make sure that the germinability is good, but also when they germinate, they don't die, they don't sprout, they grow continuously until you are able to transplant when the seedlings are healthy. Of course, watering is one of them. You have to do the weeding even at the nursery bed. Some people think it's difficult to cultivate, to weed the seedlings from the nursery. Look at what we have done here. For the case of my farm here, I have decided to do the watering. Then I have decided to do the mulching after weeding, because mulching is one of the ways the seedling can be able to be persistent during the dry season, to actually retain the water, because it will not allow too much water to escape to the atmosphere following the heat. So we have decided to do the mulching, and we have used just the rice husks and any simple grass around. But also the beauty with mulching, the mulches or the grass that we use for mulching, as you keep watering, they will decompose and ensure that you have the decomposed manure. It adds the nutrients to the plants, and that's why you see that our onions here, they are looking very much healthy and they are looking very much organized. These ones are not yet ready for transplanting. We have one more week to transplant them. They are now 1 month, and we intend to actually start transplanting when it is 1 month and 1 week, and that is a period of 35 days. But sometimes it depends on the care that you give. Some people can even transplant after 2 months, and that is 60 days, because for onions, the life duration in the nursery bed can even go to 2 months or 2.5 months. Some farmers, when the rains are about to return, those who are weak in watering, they will have to plant towards the rainy season, so that the earlier rains are used for transplanting. But for this case, this is the month of January, and these ones, we planted them on the 7th of December. That means on the 15th, 15th of January, we shall be transplanting them to the main garden, from the nursery bed to the main garden. 4 factors you should consider, as I said earlier on. Number 1 is the timing. At what time are you cultivating? Second one is the variety. The third one is the site. Where do you cultivate? Do you have enough fertilizers? Is the soil alluvial enough for you to be able to set up your nursery beds? And then of course the last one is the management. The management is very important, because that's the life of the plant. Every plant needs feeding, just like any other human being. When you produce a baby, you have to feed, breastfeeding. So in management, we do the watering, we do the application of fertilizers, we do the mulching, we do the weeding, and stiff monitoring. Why? We have the chicken, they can come and destroy. We have the goats, they can pass around. The cows, they can step on them. The insects, the frogs, all of them can be controlled through stiff monitoring. Thank you very much. We will be unveiling for you more of these videos from our subsequent activities here. But we want to say thank you very much to Emorimor Papa Teso, His Highness Paul Sunday Emolot, for the initiative of actually bringing this program, supporting this program. But also want to thank so much Opul Skilling Foundation for this kind of an initiative, empowering us to come to this level. And this idea came from Opul Skilling Foundation after we passed through a training from the organization called Opul Skilling Foundation, and we learned that one of the things that we as young people need to venture in is agronomy. Why? It will surely earn, especially the one for off-season. And then we also want to thank the Source Farmer Center. Source Farmer Center are the ones who have supplied us with the seeds to ensure that we have the healthy seeds. The germinability is 100%, as you can see. You can have a glance and see the nursery bed, the water nursery bed. These seeds are from the Source Farmer Center, and we want to thank them. They are located along a Diego Road, that is in Soroti City, opposite Dubai complex, or rather Dubai supermarket. So you can be able to equally catch up with them and secure good seeds as good as this.